Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family. What's going on, guys? What up, what up, what up? All you happy hackers out there, what's going on? So you guys are sliding on in here, certainly smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Hell yeah, guys. I know it's been a while since I've actually gone live here. I know, and we are actually, look at that, we are going to be doing some mining content. Yo, so let's go give shout outs to all you awesome people. We got Crypto Bedell in the house. Yo, we got Jason the Tiger Osborne. And we got the legendary Mr. Harry Lasagna in the house. What's going on, my dude? Good to have you around, my man. Long time no see. Good to see that you're still around and kicking it. Yo. It's like, did watch the last Ethereum rant. Nice. Like, yeah, I think that's where everybody's at these days. You know, we are on survival mode. So, with that nice little survival mode, I've got my little miner that I usually have going on now. It's pretty much the only thing that I'm mining with is this one lonely little lottery ticket. That's what I'm doing these days. My electric bill is like way too expensive here in Cricket Noise. Not a good state to be in if you want to sit there and use electricity. So while we're waiting for all you awesome people to slide on in, go over some of that. It's like, no, you have reduced yourself to a degen. I am not a degen. I denounce that degen comment. I'm not a degen. No, sir. But, you know, spin the wheel of misfortune. Like, I have my BitAxes on solar at the moment. Both of my Nano 3s don't work anymore. Oh no, that sucks. That is shitty. It's like lottery miners are fun, for real. Yes, they are. But I guess we can go over some news bits as we're waiting for everybody to really kind of slide on in. I know I'm a little late here. I had my cousin by. We were sitting there chit-chatting for a little bit. I'm going to be working on his car, doing some front brakes and front wheel bearings on it, and I got to do some tires on it. Probably should do an alignment on it at some point in time too. Get all that set up, have him squared away before wintertime. Get him set up, you know. So getting into news that has been around, like running your mining equipment on a car battery. No. No, if you're gonna run with like solar power and have batteries in there, you don't want to use car batteries. They can't handle the charge and discharge like that constantly. They will overheat the cells, and you'll have big old explodey. You need lipo 4s, and they handle the higher discharges a lot better. So spend a little, like, you pay once, cry once type of deal. If you want to really do it the right way, do it the right way. Don't cheap out on the electronics. That's where people have house fires. It's like, hope your G ride as well too. Oh my god, my ride is always going to be good, man. The green machine, man, that thing is just all sorts of sweetness. That is my baby. I need to take the motor out and rebuild her, and it's time. She's getting a little cranky. But, a motor that has a little over 100,000 miles on her from the 70s, it's okay for me to rebuild it at this point. I'm not gonna be mad about it. I'll have the motor rebuilt and I'll have the transmission redone at the same time, and I will have the transmission bumped up with some performance, not too aggressively, but just a little bit, make it a little more fun. It's like good to hear she's still the love of your life and doing well. Don't tell the wife. Man, the wife knows that she's the mistress. It's like, don't tell my baby that I got a wife. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, like don't be running it on your stuff on cheap solar or cheap cheap batteries, because you hear horror stories, and that's where the horror stories derive from. And I'm not even talking about people in the mining industry. I'm talking about, you hear people with solar power and their house burns down. And it's because, yeah, they got a nice little solar system, but they cheaped out on the batteries, and the batteries couldn't handle it. And that was just a regular house. So, yeah, regular batteries don't survive in that climate. So, yeah, just words of the wise. You could run anything on solar, really. It's just that you don't want to get the cheaper solar stuff because, yeah, like I was saying, you get the cheaper solar, you're gonna get what you pay for at the end. And it's like we're here to try to not have the headaches. But with no more further ado, I need to get my lottery ticket back up and hashing, guys. So what are we doing here? It's like, so is the battery the common denominator? That is one of your bigger ones. But I would say between the inverter, so what all the solar panels are plugged into, so your solar panel controller and your storage is your two big spots that you don't want to cheap out on. You can get cheap solar panels. Sure, damaged ones are going to give you damaged issues, but cheap solar panels are still good. You might not get as much output on them, but cheaper solar panels are just fine. The solar panels are usually rated in wattage output or amperage output, so you're getting what you pay for. But when it comes down to the controllers and the batteries, those are the two components that are going to be taking a lot of heat. So we don't want to sit there and be mining on equipment that can't handle heat cycles. So yeah, I just want everybody to make sure you're safe. If you're going to go down the solar panel route, you're being the power company. And do you see the power company cheaping out on their equipment? Neither should you. Because yeah, that's just... some of you guys have been here for a while, and you guys have heard of the mining facilities that burned down to the ground due to inadequate wiring, too small a gauge wire for the amount of amperage. We've seen the thing or two. But for the new people, don't cheap out on that stuff. Your number one killer of all of your equipment is going to be heat. For every 1 watt of power you are utilizing, you are increasing temperature by 3.41 degrees, not degrees, BTUs. So 3.1 BTUs of heat for every 1 watt used. 1 BTU is the amount of energy it takes to boil 1 gallon of water. So you're putting in 3.41, almost 3.5 times what it takes to make a pot of boiling water. The more BTUs you add, the quicker you can boil water. Yeah, there are conversions for temperature on that. I don't know it off the top of my head. People smarter than me will, or just Google it. But it's like you're adding in heat, and there's a thermal threshold to the point where things fail under heat loads. And as you increase heat, you decrease resistance. And as you decrease resistance, you create a worse issue that you're creating more heat faster, very linearly. And if you don't have coolers on everything, it goes out of control and you can get to a point where you melt stuff. Yeah. Especially when you're dealing with an ASIC chip that's running 24 watts or 21 watts. That's not enough to weld anything. You're not going to shoot sparks, but you're going to melt plastic. Yeah, exactly. Like everything, do it right or risk messing it up. 100%. So, now we got awesome people in here. Everybody's been smashing that little like button. Let's go ahead and get into today's segment. Oop, wrong button. That button. That's the button I need. It's been a little while since I've done one of these streamy things, right? So here we got my BitAxe Gamma. This thing's my little lottery ticket. It's like the Gamma is like up to, I think I've gotten it up to 1.3 terahash. It's a single ASIC chip here. I've actually been curious to see what's under the hood on this. I have not pulled this cover off of there. It should be able to just be replaced out and look under the hood on all of this stuff and see what this is all about. But why am I doing it? What's in the box? So, ordered something from Altair Technology. And let's go ahead and see what's in here. Because we already know it's obviously it's for the BitAxe, right? You know, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. So it comes with, or I ordered it with, an actual fan. Panda flick. Yeah, buddy. So we'll go ahead and put that off to the side, and then looks like we've got some instructions here. Looks like I've got some screws here. 2 different kinds of screws. Looks like screws for the fan, and then screws to probably screw this thing into the board. And this is a ice tower cooler that you would use for a Raspberry Pi. So this is actually was designed for a Raspberry Pi cooler. So we got a single heat pipe on here and a thin stack on this. Now, these are actually pretty decent. The one drawback that I have with these, running these on my Raspberry Pi, is that these fin stacks, you can see how thin it is, right? Gets clogged up very easily with if you got animals. So if you got dogs or cats, especially this time of the year, you know, we're going into the spooky time of year. We got that that shedding time of year where the animals just shed all the way until Christmas. These do get clogged up really easily. But as Mr. Harry Lasagna says, it's a nice efficiency upgrade. So I just want to be able to hold on to the temperature a little bit better and have it overclocked a little bit cleaner. Because like a little warmth in the room or a little warm day, and I've got to downclock this thing to its standard configuration. I'd like to keep this thing overclocked at all times. Maybe this will help. We'll see what I can do with this. But first thing we got to do is we got to disassemble this too. But what else came in this tier? Because this is not going to fit onto that, right? Not in its current configuration, right? So, Altair Technology has 3D printed a little adapter bracket for this thing to sit in. And now it's set up to be able to go onto the BitAxe. And now I have to screw this stuff together, of course, right? And I'm figuring that there's like little standoffs here, and I'm figuring that probably has to touch the board. That's probably helps provide even pressure. So let me bring this up a little closer here. So this is the underside, right? So I'm gonna take this sparkly side. It's got like a sticker on there, I guess. That's gonna be your top side, and then this is gonna be your bottom side. And you can see how they've got these little pegs here. This is just kind of help keep it from, flexing and rocking around. And then it's just got 2 anchors on here. So perfect. And then it comes with some cryonauts from DeBauer. And this is like some really good stuff here. I love the Cryonaut products. Taking all the thermal grizzly packaging stuff. Comes with a spreader and a small tube. So and this is the ultra high performance thermal grease. We'll see how well this works. Anything with the Cryonaut brand, anything with Thermal Grizzly, I've had great successes with their stuff. As long as you get good mounting pressure, I don't really have any issues, just to be honest. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. Get this out of my way here. Uh-oh. My camera froze up. Oh, my camera turned off. Let's see if I can get it turned back on here. Oop, wrong thing. I don't know why that turned off. Hold on here. Small technical difficulty. My camera is being uncooperative. Properties. Deactivate. There we go. Okay. There we go. I just had to turn it off and turn it back on. Woohoo! Fixed. All right, so go ahead and get all of this stuff out of my way. Get myself some working room here. Now, it does come with instructions here. So if you guys are unsure about doing any of this stuff that I am doing, you guys can easily grab the instructions and go from there. Bam. So, first thing I'm going to do, grab my little toolkit here so I can get a little screwdriver. We're going to open up our screw kit here. And I know that this is going to get hooked in like this onto the chassis. So I want to make sure I know which way I want to blow the air. So you could bring the air down, will be your configuration styling, is bringing it down, but then the hot air is going to be below it. So I recommend is to mount this thing to where it's blowing the heat upward. Let the heat rise through this thing, and you're not fighting everything. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in the downward position. Some people might not like that, but I like the thermal dynamics on that. So we're going to do it that way. And I'm going to grab one of my screwdriver here. And it's like a number 1 Phillips. So you'll need a small electronics screw kit. Tools not included. All right. Give it a good tighten. There we go. Now you don't want to over tighten it. It is a 3D print. So a 3D print is going to be, at the very most, they'll have like a 10%, maybe a 15% infill. So you can easily over tighten this and break it. Thankfully, I got a 3D printer and I'd be able to actually remake this. So that would be kind of cool. And I need to get some screws to hold this in, and I don't see. Oh, they want me to reuse the old screws out of the... Oh, I see what they want here. Oh, and then I... Oop, need a poker. Stuck in the rubbers. I see what they want to do with this. So these are the mounting screws for this. They want me to recycle the screws out of this into that. I see. They did not give all the screws. But bam. Not an issue really. Because I think they're expecting you to be basically swapping this over anyway. So it would make sense that you would reuse something on here. We're going to see how much cat fur I got behind this. Because I've only had it running for a little while. Not so bad. It's got a little bit of fuzz on there. It's got a little bit of fuzz. Not horrible, but it is dusty. All right, here. And I'm going to pull that out and bam. That had some dust in there. That was a dusty one. So, I'm going to unplug my back fan there for a moment. Put that off to the side. And I have to pinch these two mounts on here to see if I can loosen that up. I'm going to take this off. Let's be safe about this. And this I bought from Crypto Cloaks, if you guys are wondering where I got my BitAxe from. CryptoCloaks.com. If you guys want to get yourself a BitAxe, I do have a link down below if you wanted to grab one from Crypto Cloaks. All right, here. So now I need to pinch these to get them out. There's one. There's two. Oop. There we go. Got it. So this is just an aluminum heatsink with a little bit of thermal paste on there. And there's your itty bitty little chippy. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Now I just need to clean this up. And I did not grab an alcohol pad. Dang it. Did they supply one in the box maybe? No, they did not. Altair, you could have supplied. You know, people are swapping out the BitAxe uh, cooler. You should throw in an alcohol wipe. Kitty, kitty. No, no, no. All right, here we go. Give everything a nice little wipe down. Get some of that dust off of here real quick. All right, cool. So, like I was saying, I wanna put this with the heat blowing straight up. I've seen people putting them sideways. Um, I think I like it so that the hot air pushes straight up and out of the way. What you guys thinking? I mean, that's just me. But I think I'm going to put it in this way. Let's go ahead and give this a little wipey down. There we go. It's like, no, cool. I like it. It's efficient. I know, it's all about those efficiencies. Now, okay, I will have to put this on first. So, we're going to go ahead. It's like, it's like straight up, I like your explanations. I know, right? That's just my thought. But I'm just a boob tuber. Oh, Pepe, my kitty kitty wants all the lovin's, and he wants all the lovin's right now. Kitty, you're gonna stop. Let's. All right, here. We're gonna get you, Pepe. Yeah. No. Oop. You're already messing me up, kitty. All right. And I'm trying to do this without like hitting the thermal grease until I'm ready to send her home yet. So I get a good even clamp with it. There we go. All right. Now, All right. And she is secured. All right, here. I have a wire splitter. I need to go find it because I've got a way to be able to hook both of these fans up. One moment. I got to find the splitter. Woohoo! I found it. Now I can hook up both the fans. Oh, look at that! Would you look at that? Now, oh, oh. Well, we just learned something together, guys. I sees why people turn it the other way. We installed it wrong, guys. We installed it incorrectly. I need to turn it sideways. Ah, that sucks. That's not cool. Oh well. It is what it is. Because that would mean also the stock clip would not work. Even if I was only hooking one fan up, that would not work either. I know, all good, all just a few screws. I gotta clean up stuff. Oh well. I had good spread on there. Look at that. Would you look at that? It had good coverage. Bam. Okay. Okay. So now, now we're gonna test something out here. Can I get it on this way? Yes. All right, cool. We're going to put it on this way now. All fixed. Like it never happened. I guess that's why they gave you extra, just in case you do that, because they really don't tell you that, oh, you can only put this on one way. Oh, well. Life happens. Da, 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 da. First one was practice, right? Right. That's what I'm gonna go with. That one. That one was practice. We wanted to make sure we had good contact. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna go with that, right? Right, guys? Yeah. So, and of course, most fans, good ones, will tell you direction and spin on there. I'm kind of wanting to eat up some of this cable length, I think. So I kind of want to route it like this so that I've got some of the wire getting trapped underneath a little bit and then coming over the top. Too bad I don't have enough room with the screws to capture the wire with the screws. Like on some fans, you're able to actually like get a wire behind it and like use it for cable management. But this is on a small scale, so you know you can't really complain too much. All right, and then I'll be able to flip that in. I don't know how I'm going to do the cable management on this, but it is what it is. All right, let's put that back into my little holder here. We'll see this in all of its glory here in a moment. Now I did, whenever I bought this fan, there's a lot of fur back here though. Whenever I got this fan, I did get the splitters at the same time. So there was that. I did that one nice thing, made my life a little easier for what I just did. I just had to quickly find it. I forgot I had to get that because the original header that's on there is like a micro fan header, and we're using regular fan headers. So there's only one regular fan header on here, so of course need this. And they are PWM fans, so it's very well controlled. This should help out dramatically. I just need to get a cable tie, which I should have some right around the corner, and this just slides right back into here, and then this be plugged into there. But bam. And now we got this chunky. So I want to kind of manage it like that. Yeah. It's probably the best that I'm going to be able to do with it. So let me get a cable tie so that I can hold this there. Got some. Ooh, here we go. Bam. All right, so I want to keep that one like that, and I want to keep this tight here. And come on. Trying to get one of these Velcro guys to separate. There we go. Bam. All right, grab one more of these because I like my stuff to look neat and tidy. And why not? I have them right here. Bam. Just like that. Now that's one fine looking unit there. Went from this little wimpy cooler, little wimpy cooler to a really, really nice one. So bam. And we'll keep this off to the side just because we're not using this anymore doesn't mean that we're going to be just 86ing this. This will go into the parts bin. So let's go ahead and get this thing up and hashing real quick here. I know, it's such a beautiful, look at that in all of its glory. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? It's a thing of beauty. It's like a work of art. So now I got a good fan blowing cool air onto the controllers, onto the back. So all the power correction that goes on the board all gets cooled by this fan. This one cools the chip. This is a winning combo here. This is what winning looks like. Let's get this thing back up and hashing here. All right. All right. It looks like it's hashing. Let's see it's here. Ugh. Oh, oh, oh. Look at that. Would just look at that. Let me move you guys so I can like still see you guys' chats. Here we go. Now I can go over here. How about now? So now that we got proper cooling on this thing isn't even overclocked. Get out of here. Let me check this. I'm on the default setting, guys, and I'm. It was getting fucking 1.2 there for terahash for a second. It's actually not bad. We're definitely a lot cooler. I mean, granted, we just fired her up. We just fired it up. The only thing that I've got at full power is the fan speed on this. We got it all the airspeed it needs. And it should fluctuate here. It's kind of trying to settle in here. I'm actually curious and see where it wants to. I mean, my thermals on it are absolutely amazing. So now, what happens if I turn it up? What happens if I hit it with all the power? Save and restart. Now let's see if it gets grumpy about temperature. That'll tell me if this cooler is like really good. Because if I'm sitting at the same temperature as I was with this cooler, then I'll take this as a win. So far, it's at 1.41 terahash. We're sitting at 57 Celsius. So we're right in line. I'm not even worried about this temperature in any way, shape, or form. It should settle down. I'm thinking like 1.2, 1.3 terahash is where it should settle in at. But I don't know if this power supply that came with it can supply enough power overall to the board without the board getting grumpy. So we're gonna find that out too. But so far, we're doing good. I was sitting at about 1 terahash. Sitting around, what is it, like 58 C, but it was 1 terahash. Actually, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, it was like 58, 59 C for 1 terahash. Right now, I'm at 1.34 terahash, sitting at 58.8 Celsius right now. The voltage regulator temperature at 72 C, that's well within range. Yeah, I get about a 20% upgrade here. Yeah, I'm liking this. And what did this all cost me? $55 US. It's a little bit the ice cooler itself is I think it was like $35 for the ice cooler for my for my Raspberry Pi, and then it's like an additional like $15 for the Noxua fan, and then I mean you're paying a premium for a good fan, of course, we know this, and then shipping. So I'm very happy with this, And now it's settling in. It was sitting at 58.8, and now it's sitting at 58.5, 58.6. So I think it's settling in right there at 58 Celsius, which that's perfectly in line for temperature-wise. I'm very, very, very happy with this. I gotta see if I can get an affiliate code to get it from Altair. See if I can get you guys see if I can get you a discount. Let me talk to Altair real quick for you, and I'll see what I can do for my peoples here. I got you, Mr. Lasagna. Yeah, I'll let me see if I can get you see if I can get you guys discounts, like a 10% off. See what I can do. I'm not promising anything. I'm just gonna merely ask, because the worst thing that they could tell me is nope.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Please.
Nope.
Damn it.
Nope.
Yeah, I will definitely I will definitely get a hold of them and see what I can do. Because yeah, temperature wise, it's sitting there, it's like bouncing between 58.5 and 59C is where it's bouncing at right now. The temperature, where'd my temperature gauge go? There it is. Wait. And in the house right now, that's the temperature in the house. 80 degrees, 54%, 55% humidity. And we're holding good temperature. So this is a great upgrade. Oh my goodness. Definitely, guys. This little $55 upgrade, definitely worth it. Yeah, I'll throw the I'll throw the links up for everything. And this way, like the link, I don't know if it'll let me do this while. Oh, I can't. Awesome. Let me do that right meow. Miners, home miners. Is it here? Oh, those are those. Da. No, that's not what I want. Uno momento. I gotta find it. BitAxe. Accessories. Ah, there we go. Find it. In accessories. Alright, so Ice Tower heatsink upgrade. So if you get it with the standard fan on there, it's $30 plus shipping. If you get it with the Noxua fan, it'll add an additional $15 plus shipping. So, copy. Let's see here. Do that. Altair Tech. Control V. Saved. And it's in the description down below officially. So if you guys want to look at it, let me see if I can get a discount for you guys. See what I can do for you. I'm all about trying to help the community out. So, and we're holding at that 1.28 terahash. So we're settling in, and it'll bounce around here. So I'm figuring that with where it's sitting at temperature-wise, yeah, we should be holding right around that 1.3, 1.35. It'll probably settle in. It'll take, give or take, like a day or so for it to fully settle in. So, yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Harry Lasagna. Much love to you, my dude. And everybody that's here, don't forget to smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all these juicy freaking tidbits. And we'll definitely be going on tomorrow. We'll do an episode of What Grinds My Fans. What's up, son of a rabbit? Got those 22s. Got those 22s up, man. That is awesome. Thank you for showing up here. All that good stuff. So, with that being stated, the wife just tried to call me, so I need to call her back, see what's going on with her. So thank everybody for being here. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. And, oh yeah, you know it, triple OGs for life. OG, triple OG. Still poor, god damn it. We're both plebs. Join the club. We're not rich tycoons yet. I don't know if it'll happen for us, but maybe, just maybe. That's why I have my Bitcoin lottery ticket. Always hashing away. And with that being stated, thank you everybody for being here. Peace out. Stay savage. And may your watts be low and your hash be high. I'll see you guys on the next one. Yo.